Hello, my name is the Beefmeister, and as you can tell from the cheery music, this is Doki Doki Literature Club. I haven't heard very much at all about this game, and so I figured I'd go ahead and give it a shot. I've heard some good things from it. I made sure not to watch any videos because one of my friends told me it'd be a pretty cool game to play. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it. So far, all I've done is put it on full screen. Please enter your name. Alright, so let's get this started. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me in the distance, waving her arms in the air. She's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other so long. We used to walk together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away, or better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. Oh, this hits too close to home. I get out of breath after running and getting and oversleeping. Overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. It's the thought that counts. I guess you didn't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not satisfied in joining, or I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Oh, that's not true. You told me that you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. So you're like to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know that myself. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent on her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little. Even if she does exaggerate just everything inside her head. Oh yeah. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you just might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayuri. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meeting. Sayuri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was even aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Don't you need like a set number of people interested in a club before making a club? That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told Club yesterday that I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have this all planned out. I let out a long sigh. Oh, fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay! Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. What joy. This doesn't sound good already. I have to say I really like the music so far. It's really upgoing and everything. And I mean, I've heard little bits and pieces. It's supposed to be pretty rough, but I don't really know very much, so we'll see from there. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you, says girl one. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Beef, what a nice surprise. Welcome to our club. I like how this is girl 3 too. Like, she knows who I am, but I don't even know who she is. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Jeez. Natsuki. Hey, look, it's gone from girl 2 now to the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayuri. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly in my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to be having a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica, right? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. It's great to see you again, Beef. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, and athletic, yet she was girl 3, because I didn't remember anything. That's fantastic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Beef. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? I mean, sure, it's in Japan and everything. I was like, imagine if you made tea at school. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been widened so there's space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I'd take a seat next to Sayuri. If I had the choice, I'd probably still sit next to Sayuri because it would be awkward regardless. I don't know any of these people. This is a girl who I went to class with last year. I didn't even know her name. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Look, she's smiling now. She looks happy instead of angry. Angsty. Teen angst. Ta-da! Ooh, ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were that good at baking, Natsuki, or so good at baking. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. Why does she only have one tooth? Whenever I see someone with one tooth, it reminds me of Meowth from Pokemon. It's delicious. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Well, if I'm an otaku like it's suggesting, like a total weeb, then I would assume that I've heard that a lot. Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayuri said, well, maybe. Oh. But not for you, no. You, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? That's what I'm wondering, like, what? What? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. I sure hope they did. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was actually looking at her to see if she would raise an eyebrow. She didn't. I was lied to. Everything's a lie. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. I haven't joined any clubs today, or yet, and Sayuri really seemed happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Okay, so now I just know stuff? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. I don't know about it, I love literature. Even though in this game I don't. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. That's not just for clubs, that's for real life. You gotta convince people that you're fun and worthwhile. Oh dang. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right everyone? Oh, what year am I in then? Yeah, I think I was a second year. I wasn't paying attention. We'll do our best. I mean, I'm looking up to the third years. I haven't gone up there, and this looked like a first year to me, so I'm guessing I'm a second year. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can really keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Beef, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks as if she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. That's pretty accurate. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally as impressive. Like when you delve into reading and you get into something so deep where the world is actually somewhere you can escape to, that's pretty solid. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I read a horror book once. I don't think so. I just really, goosebumps maybe. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri may as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at this world, if only for a brief moment. You are a closet freak. I hate horror. And you peeked up at manga. You might be an interesting character. Okay, why is that? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Oh dear. I give that back. Fine. I like this already. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes something more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Jeez. Do you have writing experience too? I'd hope so, with what you're saying. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example of Natsuki and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oh dear. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original idea of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Look at how upset they all look. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Beef, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. And I really impressed the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the other girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Beef, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Yeah, that's right. Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Alright, let's go home. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. If not all of them, doesn't think about becoming friends, just immediately delves into the deepest thoughts of every guy's mind. Yeah, let's go straight there. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will follow me, or find me. Yeah, that's not ominous at all. This is great. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Inferno. Friends, desire, explode, charm, play, precious, forever, daydream, adventure. Let's go with friends. They jump at certain words, or do they just jump randomly? Go with vanilla. I don't. This really plain. Disoriented, swimsuit, blanket, peaceful, acid. Fantasy, clouds, grief, loud, raindrops, pleasure, masker, fickle, joy, depression. What's up? Covet, whisper, tenacious, extreme, feather, childhood, aura, universe, melancholy, electricity. We'll go with childhood. Special, nibble, lazy, extraordinary, contamination, holiday, pink, cage, infinite, script. With lazy. I guess I'm really going with Sayuri then. Party, rain cloud, incapable. Why do they look so sad now? Shame, vibrant, insight, kawaii, uncontrollable, lust, smile. Calm, unstable, fear, memories, headphones, beauty, hope, agonizing, sticky one. There's some like screwy words here. What's up? Just go with memories. Uncanny, marriage, laugh, cheer, analysis, dark, eternity, disaster, secretive, amazing. Amazing. Misfortune, candy, philosophy, misery, judgment, parfait, portrait, fun, poof, unending. Unending. Wrath, vivid, forgive, comfort, kind, incongruent, excitement, mouse, jumpy, flee. Ocean, shiny, passion, question, despise, dance, anxiety, cute, happiness, tragic, happiness. Kitty, vacation, frightening, cry, empty, shopping, family, imagination, rose, music. Marshmallow, captive, starscape, sweet, sparkle, sadness, heartbeat, kiss, breathe, variance, or breath. No, breathe. Heartbeat. Treasure, death, unrequited, spinning, together, sugar, meager, entropy, alone, embrace. Together. Whistle, hopeless, fireflies, heaven sent. Not even a word. Puppy, hurt, disown, jump, silly, color. Color. Hair, awesome, melody, bunny, defeat, papa, anger, graveyard, lucky, clumsy. Afterimage, lollipop, pout, bed, infallible, ribbon, valentine, fireworks, summer, scars. Summer? Pop, twirl, sunny, sensation, ambient, promise, wonderful, romance, chocolate, promise. Strawberry, socks, dazzle, tears, giggle, fester, milk, love, broken heart. Oh, let's go strawberry. I don't know. Did I do good? Hi again, Beef. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. It's pretty accurate. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Beef. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki flops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Beef always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? I just relate to you on like a spiritual level at this point. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Beef could become good friends too. Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. This is day 2. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Dude, I'm gonna crush someone. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Here reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not even reading that much? Here, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Give that to me, let's see it. Phew! You can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Well, duh, read the dang book she just gave you. I guess I could always read some of the book that Yuri already gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica. I'm probably going to seem lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not at all like that, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do that thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayuri is really taking this seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Dude, food is the most perfect thing at any club drive or event. What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayuri is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason why I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Well, I opened my eyes to find Sayuri's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? Oh yeah, let's go for the napping club. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayuri. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You need to look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Yeah? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. Shh. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's written all over you. Sayuri glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would even notice that. Or nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about all that. You meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayuri. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Kind of weird. I do appreciate the art though. Like, I wish I could draw. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayuri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. Childhood crush. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. I'm saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you can come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayuri. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay. Beef, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayuri and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition book. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go with a childhood friend. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayuri first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, beef. It's ground beef. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't just like it because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a beef poem. Hey! And that makes it extra special. Like, I could feel your feelings in it. Sayuri hugs the sheet close to her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like what I said before, Beef. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure yet if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. It's so cheesy. I want breakfast. What the heck? Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. It wasn't bad. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. I like how she's not embarrassed. She just loves it. Oh, you're embracing your inner character. That's lovely. Even though you were so late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monika's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? We'll just go in order. Well, this is what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste? You want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. This is not even good. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Because I didn't? This is just like facts. It's just stating off stuff that people can do. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make you any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end that made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Honestly, yeah. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go to Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And I haven't been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she feels like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green way of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. What? I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. It's pretty good. I wasn't thinking of that at all. It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. If it wasn't too short, I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. So I made the hardest readable poem that makes no sense to you that I could. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Beef. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Exactly. I suppose you only did ever glance, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll just have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright. Who should I show my poem to next? How about Monica? You know, because there's only Monica left. Hi, Beef. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, you have any... If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better going with the flow until I'm settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hahaha. Don't worry, Beef. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you wouldn't be afraid to experiment, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I have to always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me from my mediocre writing abilities. That's exactly what's going on. Not really. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I'll end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh dear. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Beef did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Beef liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Beef appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Beef started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. And they both said that. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Beef, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Beef. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Beef? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. And that's gonna be... Alright. So, in all actuality, I did like Natsuki's thoughts more. Because plain and simple is nice. Short and simple is cool. But I don't really want to fight these girls, so I'll just ask Sayuri for help. Natsuki glares at me, drying up words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayuri! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your own immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Oh, dude. Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that, and Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayuri stands up triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her getting herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. I really don't want to talk to Monika more. She doesn't seem that interesting to me. It might be an unpopular opinion, but like, I don't know. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Beef, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. There's real need to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. What the heck? Like, maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about what kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination. Beef, ready to walk home? Yeah, sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. I actually am enjoying it. She seems really nice. I don't know why I was so off-putting about her earlier. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Beef, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught into the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh my... Let's just go over the top. Let's delve into things, you know. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright. Lazy. We'll try to aim for as much of a Sayuri poem as possible. Friends. So this is probably Yuri. This is Natsuki. Kitties are cute. Desire candy. Frightening. She likes food, doesn't she? Aw, dang it. Sparkle, play, romance, sadness, hopeless nature. See clouds, cage, explore. Who likes romance? Oh, she likes romance? Ribbon. Oh, ribbon. Oh, dang it! What the heck? You don't even have a ribbon. This is fake. Unending, parfait, fear, boot, bubbles, bed, jump, blank. She's probably gonna like bed because she's always sleeping. Joy, skipping, ambient, destiny, summer, climax, disarray, dream, scar, smile. Bunny, socks, hope, intellectual, vanilla, secretive, music, hair, disoriented, question. You liked vanilla? I thought you liked vanilla. Or did you like strawberry? I don't remember. Valentine, aura, papa, dazzle, afterimage, fireflies, eternity, uncontrollable, family, capable. Who likes family? You like family? Playground, agonizing, amazing, sing, broken, pain, heart, fireworks, passion, tone. Passion. Feather, awesome, prayer, philosophy, hot, precious, party, doki doki, pink, delicious. Doki doki. I don't even know what that means, and I should know. Covet, vitality, vivid, tears, fester, effulgent, unstable, color, warm, rose. Oh. Dark, tragedy, dance, chief, graveyard, entropy, heartbeat, raindrops, grief. Heartbeat? Starscape, happiness, childhood, anger, strawberry, shiny, contamination, sugar, judgment, flower. You like strawberry. You like strawberry. Dang it! Adventure, disaster, extreme, fun, mouse, sunny, games, vertigo, pure promise. Universe, headphones, infallible, sensation, spinning, loud, portrait, marshmallow, insight, wrath. Marshmallow? Dang it. Embrace, poof, marriage, fickle, misfortune, alone, breathe, skirt, uncanny mode. Marriage? Fluffy, flying, pout, sunset, tenacious, vacation, variance, lust, determination, suicide. What? In a poem? I'm kind of just curious who likes that. No. Okay, we're not talking to you anymore. Incongruent, puppy, sweet, analysis, is existence, peace, landscape, massacre, vibrant, melancholy. Oh, you like all the sad stuff. We don't like you. Daydream, jumpy, waterfall, peaceful, email, nibble, infinite, crimson, chocolate, forgive. Forgive. Okay. Solid. And so I'm actually going to take a break here. It's going to be a really long one. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a really interesting game. I don't think I've really played something like this before. Yeah, definitely not. Seems kind of interesting. I'm definitely curious to see where it'll go from here. So I'm probably gonna finish this game pretty fast. I don't know how long it is, but it seems lighthearted, but I've heard that it's heavy. I mean, there's like a disclaimer at the beginning telling you be careful. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around.